Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll see how this Flutter package known as URL launcher works and how we can use it to open up our web browser with a URL, and also how we can use it to open up our dialer so that we can dial a number, and we can also use it to open up maps links. So these links, they directly open up the Google Maps app if you have that installed in your phone. Also you can use this to send emails. So for example, if in an app there's written like info@google.com, so when you click on it, it will directly open up your default email app, and then just proceed with the email. You can also input in predefined subject or body if you would like to. So let's just proceed. So right now I have this very basic app that returns material app and has title as Flutter app. So this for home has this class home page, which is again extends a stateful widget. So this here has an app bar that has a text that says URL launcher, and again four buttons. Each would have a different function. So first is for Google Maps, website, phone, and mail. So let's just proceed with URLs. The Google Maps URL and the normal URL, they would open up in the same open up using the same function. So I'll just write one function for them. So let's just proceed. So first of all, I'll just write uh, you know launch URL as the name of the function, and then pass in a string called URL, and let's just proceed. So we'll check if the URL can actually be opened. Can launch. Okay, I did not actually import the package for URL launcher. And okay, one more thing, I didn't actually import it in my pub spec. So I'll just do that. I'll go to my browser, go to installing. For those of you, okay, so it's here. I'll provide the link in the description for this package. Otherwise you can just directly go to pub.dev and install it for your project. So I'll go here and Flutter, I'll add it as a dependency. Packages get, and just don't go with the name of the project. It was an old project already having space in my PC. So I'll just click on get dependencies again, and let's see if it can actually import can launch by itself. Yes, it did. So can launch and then the URL, of course. Okay, so I'll just make this capital U, and okay, if it can launch, then please do the needful and await launch URL. Okay, so if it can, it will. Okay, otherwise it should throw us with an exception. So throw, and then just write maybe could not open URL. So it's like this. Okay, so this is how the URL would work. So let's just call it in Google Maps. So for Google Maps, I'll call it as launch URL and pass in the URL. So it's a predefined URL. I'm not getting it from my database or something. So I'll just paste it over here, and it's done, and a semicolon. Okay, and what's the issue? Okay, so instead of using single quotes, I'll use double quotes because in the string itself there are single quotes present, so that would create an issue. Okay, so this is for Google Maps, and let's just call launch URL again, but let's say like google.com. Okay, okay, so let's just test this out. All right, so I'll hot reload my app, go to run. Now as soon as I click on Google Maps, it gave me an error. Okay, so I just installed a new package in my app in my project. So every time you just download a new package, you need to hot restart the app instead of hot reloading. So I'll just hot restart my app. Okay, I guess it's done. So I'll just click on Google Maps. Okay, so the app was having some issues, so I just terminated the app and ran it again. So here it is. As soon as I click on Google Maps, the maps open up with the stored address, that is McDonald's. I just took out the link for a McDonald's restaurant, like on a random place, for a random place. So I'll just go back to my app, and as soon as I click on website, see, Chrome opens up, and here we have it, google.com. Okay, so now we'll see what happens when we use email and phone. So let's just define new functions for them. So let's just start with phone. So let's call it launch caller, maybe. Let's call it launch caller, and I'll just provide it with a number. The number has to be integer and a sync. Okay, and variable URL, or variable URL, yeah, is equal to. So we need to format it, since it's it's a phone number. So this is the syntax that we need to use. So we'll use tell and this, and then we'll use string interpolation, and the number has to be converted to string, because usually in the app we would take in number as like phone number as integer, like I do that. So it has to be converted to string, and then this tel has to be used in order for the package to like recognize it as a telephone number, and then natively open your default dialer. All right, so I'll just write can launch, and again URL. Okay, and if it can, so it has to launch the URL. Okay, and if it cannot, it will just throw an exception, like let's make it throw could not place call, maybe. Yeah, let's call it could not place call, and it's done. So let's just go to the phone area, and I'll just provide it with the name of the function launch caller, and provide it with the number like 3 4 5 6 7 8 and then 00. So this is done. Now let's just proceed with mail. Okay, so for mail we'll create another function. Let's call it void, and then since it's returning nothing, so launch email. All right, and then we'll provide it with an email ID. And why I am passing email ID as an argument over here? So that anytime you want to call a different email ID, like it's not within the function. Okay, the function is actually getting it from the user. So you can make your own UI to have user input. And so I'll just write variable URL. For email also it has to be formatted, so I'll just use double quotes, and mail to is the syntax. Okay, and then string interpolation. Okay, and then we'll write email ID. So this is the mail to, and then email ID. And then if you want to pass the subject by default, so we'll write subject is equal to, and let's say hello world, hello world email. Okay, so this would be the subject, and let's just close it. So again I'll just copy it. If it can open the URL, then please do the needful and all. So yeah, and in the exception I'll just write could not send email. So let's just hot reload the app and see what we get over here. So I'll just click on phone, and the dialer opens up. Okay, perfect. I'll just go and click on mail, and it did not open up. I guess there's some issue. I'll just check it once. Okay, okay, for mail I actually didn't call the function. So I'll just go over here and launch email, and pass it with the email ID like info@google.com. So let's just hot reload it again and see what we get. So as soon as I click on mail, the native app opens up. Okay, so that was it for this video. I'm like posting after really long, I know, my bad, I'm sorry. So that was it. It was a really small video where I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of this Flutter package known as URL launcher. It is really important. I mean, obviously everyone needs it in their app, like in the contact us page, or if you want your user to give you feedback, or if you want your, for example, if you're a restaurant and you want your user to navigate to your restaurant or call you, so you can just have all your email and numbers or website displayed in fancy way, and whenever the user interacts with them, they would directly get in touch with your maps, website, or your phone number or mail maybe. So that was it. Thank you so much. If you liked the video and found it interesting or helpful maybe for your code, please like the video and comment down below if you have any suggestions or queries, and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much. Good day.